Yields can easily be doubled just by increasing fertilizer use. But I think we also need to be mindful to make sure that we are looking at the right nutrient balance for crops. So after a certain level of increasing yields, in order to increase yields further, we have to get more sophisticated. We have to do more in-depth soil analysis, soil fertility tests, so that we can be sure that we're applying the right fertilizers in the right place at the right time. That will also be very, very important in Africa. It's key that I think when we talk about trying to increase productivity of smallholders, access to improved inputs is really the number one issue that just keeps coming up over and over again. So that's usually mainly improved seeds, but also fertilizers. There's a lot of excitement about the really quite impressive agricultural growth rates in a number of countries in Africa. There's a lot of excitement about the CADUP program, but I think the challenge is that we shouldn't walk away from these conferences and sort of go back to our desk jobs. I think we have to stay very focused on the task ahead. So for the fertilizer industry, I think it's really crucial for us to pay a lot of attention to Africa, to partner with others, so that things like these famous government declarations about increasing the use of fertilizers actually can be implemented. I think for many, many years, the emphasis has been on increasing productivity only. And while that's very important, we need to really look at the whole value chain, because obviously if a farmer is able to increase his or her crop yield, that's great. But if there's not a place to sell it to, then actually the impact could be counterproductive. So I think we've got to look at the challenge from, how do you actually get the inputs to the farmers, and on the other hand, how can the farmer access markets? It is more complex than it sounds, and I think that's why we need to get lots of different players around the table to really look at these issues.